This marks the beginning of the journey of my 60 overall Anthony Edwards build to 99 overall. Now there are two rules for this challenge. The first rule, we are not allowed to buy VC, and the second challenge is we are not allowed to play any MyCareer at all. If you do want to see this series continue, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But let's see if we can do it. 60 to 99 overall, Anthony Edwards. So the first thing we're gonna do is make our MyPlayer look like Anthony Edwards. Now, as you can see, at first I started with the short afro, kind of like regular season Anthony Edwards. But then I decided, you know what? Let's put on and make him look like Olympic Anthony Edwards that recently won the USA Olympics, and you can see this is what I end up settling with. Now obviously it doesn't look exactly like him, but I tried my best and this is what we're gonna be rocking with. And one thing we're going to be doing is using the NBA template build. We are going to be using the Anthony Edwards template build on NBA 2K25. This build is actually surprisingly insane. This is by far the best template build I found. Let's go through a few ratings. First of all, you see you get a 93 driving dunk, which unlocks gold posterizer, an 87 three-pointer, which is more than enough, 45 standing dunk, so you get the standing dunk animations. You get a good ball handle with 86. It's not the highest, but that's fine for a guard. Good pass accuracy, high speed with ball. You can play good defense on this build. 85 perimeter defense is nothing to scoff at. And then all the physicals are also relatively high. You guys know how fast Anthony Edwards is, and this build does not disappoint. And one cool thing about the template build is that you automatically off-rip unlock all of that player's animations if they are in the game. So you see, this is what I'm going to use the entire grind. I want this to be as realistic as possible. So I will be using Anthony Edwards' dribble style, his regular breakdown combo, his jump shot. Every animation that you see here, I will not be changing. If his animation is in the game, I'm going to be using it. And as you can see, Anthony Edwards is the only comparison because it is the Anthony Edwards template build, and it is called an inside out ISO specialist. So now it's time to take him into the city and see how we can get him a higher overall. And now when we do load into the city, the first thing that pops up on our screen is a quest. And what does that quest do? It rewards us with 500 VC. And as we load into the city for the very first time, the first thing I want to do is see where my attributes start off. So one thing I've realized is the higher your attribute maxes out as, the higher it starts. So for example, my 3-point goes up to an 87, it starts at a 55, which is not too bad. And this comes really clutch for things like speed. The fact they start me off at a 69 speed instead of in like the 40s like some other ratings, that does matter a lot. And then as we get out of our animations, you see what pops up on our screen? It's another quest, but this one rewards us with 2,500 VC, and you know we need to get that. And of course, what I need to do is rack up as much VC as I can before I step on the court. And I see this is how I get the 2,500 VC and how I get a quick 500 VC. So of course, I go up and I talk to them to get my affiliation, and as you can see, I check, and there it is. I get my 500 VC that easily. Next, I go up to Shakedown, I talk to him to join Rise, and I do this because right next to him is the spin the wheel. And hopefully I can get lucky on the spin the wheel because you can get VC off this. So I need to remember to spin this every day, and all I'm doing is praying I get VC, and that is exactly what happens. As you can see, I get 1000 VC for simply hitting a button on the spin the wheel. It was that easy. So now we're headed to get that 2,500 VC. We definitely need that to kickstart our MyPlayer. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to guess what rating I'm going to put up first. But yes, this is how you get the 2,500 VC. You have to complete this race of the week, which is really easy. It's literally the easiest 2,500 VC you can ever think of. And as you can see, we're about to finish the race right here in under 2 minutes. And we are going to end up getting that 2,500 VC. You see quest completed. And now we are going to go into our progression, and without even playing a game, with just a couple quests and a lucky spin the wheel, we now have 4,000 VC. And then I said to myself, it's time to upgrade, but what should I use that upgrade on? So I'm like, okay, how much does it take to get my driving dunk up a little bit? And driving dunk is extremely cheap. As you can see, I can get that up to an 82, but my 3-point is super expensive. I can only get that up to a 62. So I can only put my 3-point up 7 attributes compared to driving dunk, I can put up 22 attributes. Speed is also expensive, and you guys know 60 overall. I'm going to be sitting in the corner in the beginning of this, so I need to be able to shoot. I end up putting up my 3-point up to a 62. Now at this point, I didn't know what 3-pointer I needed to be able to shoot consistently. It's 2K25, we know how the shooting is, but let's see if 62 is enough. And then I remember there is a couple more things I can do to earn VC before playing and hopping on the court, and it's right here, the Chris Brickley drills. This, as you can see after I talk to him, will reward me with another 500 VC. So of course, that's what I do. I do the scrimmage, and this is my first time ever playing on a 60 overall right here. As you can see, all I'm doing is calling for pick and rolls and hoping that Paolo Banchero can just absolutely cook JaVale McGee. You see, he does make some crazy stuff, but at the end of the game, you guys are gonna see, I can't believe how slow the 60 overall is. Like, I mean, I can believe it because I'm a 60 overall, but like, I knew I would be slow and I wouldn't be good offensively, but it's crazy how slow you feel on defense. And right here is my first shot ever with Anthony Edwards, and I green it. But you see, after I'm done with it, it does reward me with the 500 VC for completing the Chris Brickley drills. And you know what I'm doing with that VC. I'm not wasting any time. I'm thinking, what should I put up? Should I put one more on my 3-point? Should I put some on driving dunk? But you guys know I need to shoot consistently. I end up putting it on my 3-point, and that allows me to get to a 61 overall. And then the very last thing I can do to gain VC before playing and actually playing Park, Theater, Rec, whatever game mode I decide to play, is the Art of Shooting Gym. Now, just like the Chris Brickley, this will reward me with 500 VC just for taking some shots. So I choose the easiest one, I go to the corner, of course I fail it because I have what, a 62, 63 3-pointer, and it rewards me with 500 VC. And since it's the last thing, you know I don't waste any time. I go right into this and I get my 3-pointer to a 64. Of course, once I realize I can shoot consistently, I'm going to start with other attributes, but I'm a 60 overall. Well, technically 61 overall now. The most important thing is just being able to spot up in the corner and shoot as of right now, because that I can't let just people leave me open the entire game. So hopefully I can shoot with this rating. And then the very last thing I do before I hop on and play is the Gatorade drills. I thought maybe this would reward me with VC, but it doesn't. It gets my stamina up, which I mean is going to be important. So it is definitely good that I did it. And before I go and play some games, which I'm about to do, I had to hop into the MyCareer. I wanted to test Anthony Edwards' jump shot, and as you can see, with that 63 3-point rating, I can surprisingly shoot, at least in the MyCareer. So I was like, okay, I can spot up corner and I can hit decent. And this is where the challenge officially starts. I go to Rise, I hop on the court with 2 of my boys. As you see, I am on the 61 overall Ant build. First game as a 60 overall. And of course, I'm going against a GOAT tier and 2 gold tiers. So this is not going to be an easy game. If these guys are smart, they should leave me wide open. We all know 2K25, nobody knows what 3-pointer you need to be able to shoot consistently yet, and I'm only at a 63 or 64. But the very first play, I get my first bucket on the 61 overall Anthony Edwards build, starting off the challenge with the first points. But, I mean, let's be honest, what can I really do on a 61 overall besides stand here in the corner, spot up, and hope to hit my shots? It will definitely get more exciting the higher overall I get or the worse players I get, but these guys are pretty good, so obviously I have to let my point guard Dino do most of the cooking. You guys see, though, these dudes, they weren't bad. They were beating us 12-9. We were kind of struggling to score, but we have defense. We can't score there, we do get a stop, and then Dino takes a layup. It's now 12-11. I can't lose my first game on the Anthony Edwards build. No way. And then this possession right here is my first time getting switched on ball, and you guys are going to see, surprisingly, with a 60 overall, I don't know how, but I end up kind of locking this guy up here. keep in mind, I haven't upgraded any defense, I have no lateral quickness, I have no speed, and this guy's a GOAT tier, and I kind of locked him up there, but you see, he hits the corner, they get a 3, and we end up going down a lot. We can't score on this possession, we end up getting kind of boxed a little bit. Once again, not much I can do as a 60 besides stand in the corner, hope to maybe be left wide open, but they get us 17-11. So we come down the court and immediately hit a 3-pointer to bring it to 17-14. Like I said, I can't lose my first game on my Anthony Edwards build. But we end up getting a couple stops in a row here. He shoots a bad shot. We come down, score in the fast break. 17-16, we get another stop. We take another dunk. It is now 18-17. So from 17-11 to 18-17, this is when they realize maybe they should just start scoring. They take a 2. Bandit comes down. He takes a 2. No threes at this point. I'm wondering, maybe can this guy shoot over me, since I am only on a 60 overall and perimeter defense is what can test shots this year. You see the score is 21-20. D-Nell hits him with a little step back and greens the shot, and we win our very first game. So this is when we get our first look at how much VC we're going to get per park win. Now at this point, I hadn't realized that you get VC based off your teammate grade. I had a C+, and I only got 236 VC. That is nothing for a full park game. And then for some reason, once again, we're playing 3 gold tiers. And we start off the game, I notice my guy isn't playing, I need this. Give me my free points, and we take our easy backdoor cut and layup. And this possession here is when I really feel like I am on a 61 overall. I cannot do anything. You see, we get the stop, I catch the ball, and I'm going coast to coast, and I am moving like a snail, but I get the bucket, and I officially have 4 points and 1 rebound. Now keep in mind, the gameplay is only going to get better because I'm going to get a higher overall, and also this court, I played 5 park games and 5 theater games that I'm going to show you guys in this video. Guys, these parks were extremely choppy. You see my shot, brick. My first shot as a 61 overall, I bricked it. But I promise it's because of the chop. So what happens? We go for a floater, Bandit gets the board. Am I going to miss twice? Yes, I am. But I promise it's the chop. So, am I going to miss 3 times? I put my 3-point up for a reason. Yes, I'm going to miss 3 times. But I'm not going to miss 4 times. I got an early. I promise I was only missing because of the chop. You guys are going to see when we take this to theater, I can actually shoot. But you see, we get another stop. I'm running on the break, and I finally get my first dunk. I can dunk on this build. I think it's at like a 60 dunk right now. So I get dunks when I'm wide open. Bandit takes a 3, and we end our second game. You see, this time I had a B teammate grade, so I got a tiny bit more VC than last game. This time, I ended up getting 295. So after those games, I said, this is too choppy. Let's go to Elite. And my first shot in Elite, I missed. But I told you guys it was because of the chop. I finally hit my first green on my 61 overall Anthony Edwards build. And you see, really the only 2 ways I'm going to score right now is 1 from fast breaks and 2 wide open shots in the corner. I mean, nothing else I can really do on a 60. Bandit gets a steal, hits me, and I get another dunk. And I don't know if it was the servers or what was going on, but I scored another fast break here, another dunk. But this park was also super choppy. So we play a couple more games here, and then we end up going to the theater. But you see, I just cannot hit a wide open jump shot. I blame the chop. But the one that I don't catch and shoot, I finally green. The most contested shot that isn't catch and shoot. That's game number 3, and this time I had an A- teammate grade. So I'm like, okay, how much more VC do I get for an A-? And it's actually significant. 349 VC. So that is what I need to focus on, is getting good teammate grades from here on out. So we are on to game number 4, and first possession, I take the back door. I don't think I can get a standing dunk yet. I think you need at least a 40 standing dunk, and I guess obviously I don't have any standing dunk animations, but you see, whenever I can, I will leak out, I will get my buckets, and I want you guys to know, I did not realize the thing about teammate grade until right now, until I started editing this. But we end the game, but once again, I only have a B- teammate grade, so I do end up only getting 260 VC. Teammate grade is that important. And when we start blowing people out like this, I'm not gonna, show you the entire game. I'll just show you like important plays, my buckets. But if it's a closer game, we're playing better people, we're about to lose, or it's just a close game in general, I'll definitely show way more of the gameplay. But I'm sure it's pretty boring. You guys don't just want to see my teammates' highlights when we're blowing teams out 19-10. But you see what we're doing. Bandit gets the board. I'm cherry picking. I need my points. I need my dunks. Once again, only getting a B-. I did not know how important the teammate grade was, but I do now, so I will start grinding for the teammate grade. And you see, with the B-, another 260 VC. So, like I said, the parks were super choppy, so I said, you know what, let's go to theater. And one really good thing about this theater mode right here is it's first to 11. So basically, you're cutting the game time in half. And I was also curious, do you get more VC in theater than park? So we're gonna see at the end of this game. And right here, I promised it was a chop, or I promised it was a chop. My first shot in theater with a man in my face. That is green. 64 three-pointer. I'm telling you guys, once I can shoot consistently, so I'm thinking around a low 70s three-pointer, I'm gonna start upgrading other attributes. But remember, this is first to 11, so this is a very, very close game. I get the ball and I realize I cannot do anything with it. I try hitting D-Nell on the cut. Horrible pass by me, no pass accuracy. I pass it super slow. He ends up hitting his guard for the decks, wide open. 10-7. Remember, it's first to 11, so they need 1 point to win. Getting a three-pointer here does nothing because they need to score anyway. So D-Nell takes the smart rim run, and we are now losing 10-9. If they score, we lose the game, and I get my first loss on this 61 overall Anthony Edwards build. Now, you see D-Nell's playing really good defense. He ends up getting a crazy good block. They get the rebound. They kick out wide open in the corner. They brick. I'm leaking out. I get the bucket. Now, all we have to do is not allow a 3. If they get a 3, we lose. If they get a 2, we're still alive. We have a chance to win. We can score a 3. I don't know what the score limit is in this, like how 3s is 25. You see me and D-Nell get miscommunication. Bandit's a little late on the steal. He's wide open, and he bricks again. Back-to-back wide open misses from their center. D-Nell takes the reverse dunk, and we win the game. Thank God that center sold, but I get a bad teammate grade, only a C+. So I was curious, do you get more VC in the theater? And the answer is no. You get the same exact amount of VC in the theater as you do in the park. So after that game, I wish we could just, play some people that weren't that good. We could just chill, relax. Once again, all I really can do is sit in the corner here. And surprisingly, people were not leaving me open, right? Like if people were just gonna leave me wide open, of course I would shoot as I take my free back door right there. But I don't know, people didn't notice that I was a 61 overall or something. They just wouldn't leave me open in the corner. Like, look, my boy D-Nell is isoing, and this guy is literally denying the ball, hugging me. But you see, it's kind of a close score, 9-8. We need to score once to win. I don't know what the hell this is from Bandit, posting up from the three-point line into the paint, but he ends the game. Once again, a bad teammate grade, a C+. Not really much I can do when the guy's hugging me in the corner. I guess I'm going to start focusing on getting more assists, but that is another 236 VC in the bag. And then after getting to kind of relax and chill last game, we go against a GOAT tier, a gold tier, and I'm pretty sure their point guard just has a new player. That's why he's not the highest tier. So this should not be an easy game by any means. You see, they take the early lead. They go up 2-0. D-Nell ends up hitting Bandit wide open, top of the key. He greens that. We take the lead. And the thing about these shorter games is you cannot slack off in the beginning, right? You make one mistake, that could be the end of the game because it's first to 11. See, Bandit hits me. I don't get baited. I go up with maybe the ugliest looking wide open layup of all time, but it goes in. D-Nell forces up a layup because he has strength in his build. It goes in. It's looking actually pretty easy. We're up 7-2. I thought these guys were going to be good. You saw me go for that reach, and my player was in quicksand. With no steal, you are not getting passing lanes. This lockdown is giving D-Nell hell, just bumping him. It's probably super annoying to go against, so I don't blame him. You see, they score a 3. They're on the fast break. Now they have the lead, 8-7. Bandit takes a wide open 3. He misses. It comes to me. I'm thinking about shooting it, but I don't because I don't even have a mid-range. It's lower than my 3. But I do get a wide open 3, and I end up bricking it. I think I should stick to that right corner, but if I'm open, I'm going to take the shot. You see, D-Nell forces up a bad layup. I was wide open, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't trust me. You see, they score in the fast break. Now they are winning 10-9. All we need to do is score because we have good defense on this team, so we trade twos. That's our game plan. You see we're now winning 11-10. They get another stop, and now they're winning 12-11. And like I said, this lockdown was just giving him hell. He ends up getting a really good reach steal or bump steal, and he passes it back to him. He greens the midi, and we lose our very first game on our Anthony Edwards build. I'm surprised it took us 8 games to lose our first one, but you see, in a loss, you get much less VC. I only got 162 VC that game, so winning is pretty important. So after that sweat game, after that loss, I'm like, okay, hopefully we can get a chill game. And as you guys can see, I get a rebound, I hit D-Nell, I run to my corner, this horse leaves me wide open, and I green the shot. So I'm telling you guys, once I figure out what is that magic number for me to at least hit consistently where they can't leave me wide open, that's when I'm going to stop upgrading my 3. But you see, I get another stop. I'm in the corner again. Dino ends up passing it wide open to wide open to me in the corner. And this time I brick the shot. So yes, with a 64 3-pointer, I'm not automatic, but it needs to be respectable. I notice my guy is just AFK or sleeping, one of the two. I take a backdoor and I get another layup. Now the score is 9-7. We have the ball. As you see, Dino runs to the corner, dots Van at top of the key, and he greens the shot, and that is game. Once again, another B-, another B-. So I'm not getting the best teammate grades, and I'm getting about 260 VC per game. That needs to be better next time I play. Now guys, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but I ended up playing one more theater game after that last one I showed you, and we ended up losing, but that's not what matters. I ended up upgrading after that, but the file was corrupted. I went to go edit, and the file was corrupted, so I can't show you me upgrading. And then the craziest thing happened. I did not know this was in the game, but all you have to do is go to the base Pro Pass. I didn't buy it, just the base Pro Pass for free. Click this, and 2K ends up giving you 15,000 VC for free. As you can see, my VC goes up for me doing nothing but going to the Pro Pass. That's actually insane. I'm kind of happy that I didn't realize it till after, so I got to really experience what it feels like playing on a 60 overall. But you can see I'm thinking, what should I upgrade? I end up putting my 3-pointer up to a 75, and then I put my ball handle up to a 70. You know, I'm still thinking, like, should I put some defense? Should I maybe put my 3-pointer a little higher? But I'm going to settle on a 75 3-pointer, and then I think I'm going to put the rest on my ball handling, just to be able to dribble as fast as possible when I do decide I want to have the ball. So I spend the 15,000 VC I got, and I go from a 61 overall all the way up to a 65 overall. So at the end of episode 1, these are my ratings. Basically, all I did was get my 3-point and my ball handling both up to a 75 overall. And that wraps up episode 1 of Anthony Edwards 60-99 overall. No money spent and no MyCareer. We end episode 1 at a 65 overall. So 5 overalls for one episode, not bad. I should be way better next time I play, considering now I have a higher 3-point and a higher ball handle. Do me a favor, guys, show some support on this video. If you do want to see more episodes of this, do me a favor, drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.